And we welcome you on in. Boy, we were just spoiled with the boys' overtime game. Now we move on to the girls' side of the bracket. Tanner Wilkinson and Rick Robinson with you. It's the number 3-seeded Grantsville Cowboys against the number 6-seeded Layton Christian Eagles. Well, if there is anything that is consistent with you and me, Rick, it's that we get great games, and I'm very excited about this one here between Grantsville and Layton Christian. Should be fun.
Well, unlike boys' tournaments, girls sometimes are a little more predictable. I'm not saying this one is, but they generally don't go quite as deep. And so I'm curious what your opinion is on this game.
Yeah, I think this might be the most intriguing. I mean, this in the 4-5 matchup, because you got Morgan Emery, which is a rematch of last year's state championship. This Grantsville team is very interesting because Grantsville doesn't have a senior, and yet they got the number 3 seed, so that tells you how good their underclassmen are. Now, if you're looking at Layton Christian, they also don't have a ton of seniors that they played. Meanie Eason is one of those seniors, along with Maya Jones. Maya Jones averages 11 rebounds a game. She's a guard. She's just a good rebounder from wherever she's at on the floor. So a good crowd here tonight for the Eagles. A little surprised Grantsville maybe didn't have as many people come out to make the trip. This is the 4:15. It's 4:15 in the afternoon here in Utah, so should be interesting. Now, the two names we're going to keep an eye on. 16 points a game for Christina Boyle for Layton Christian. Really good guard. And then Mackenzie Allen does a little bit of everything for Grantsville. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. She's just a junior, really good guard. And as mentioned, a good family friend of ours. Happy to see her have success this year for Grantsville.
What's interesting to me, too, is Grantsville won a lot of games early in the season.
Yeah.
And did not get any respect. They were not the RPI, the rankings. And as the season went along, they finally got the respect.
Yep, finished the season at 19-4, 8-2 in region play. Layton Christian 16-6 on the year, 7-3 in region play. These two teams do hail from the same region. Opening tip-off just about to get underway here. Great matchup on hand. This was the most interesting game to me outside of that Emory-Morgan rematch, just because it was the state championship game a year ago. Always fun to get those rematches in the playoffs. So, Grantsville and Layton Christian.
Layton Christian got here by beating Canyon View 57-56, and Grantsville beat ALA 66-33.
Opening tip-off, won by the Eagles in their maroon jerseys, white, black, and red for the Cowboys of Grantsville. Again, these two teams, the 3 and the 6 seed, first matchups here in the 3A state tournament on the girls' side of the bracket. Have had all the boys' games wrapped up this morning. Dribble drive to the basket, inside, tough shot for 2. It's up and off the rim. A good look inside from Mariana Cubero, and it's back to the Lady Cowboys.
Cubero made a nice drive in there, just couldn't get it going. Then Grantsville comes down with a turnover to start the game.
So a missed shot, a turnover, as Rick says. 0-0, 30 seconds into this one. 3A girls quarterfinal matchup. The number 3 and number 6 seed. Two teams that are familiar with each other. As we look at the schedules, inside. Nice up and under move, and a good shot for 2 inside. That's Mina Eisen. Eiskin finishes. She averages 7 points and 6 rebounds a game. 48% from the floor. A good shooter overall. Grantsville basketball. Again, no seniors on this team as Mackenzie Allen's now got it, and we'll pull it back out to reset.
It's a 3-2 zone defense. You really don't see 3-2s very often.
And why I'm excited about this, Rick, these two teams split the regular season series, one apiece. Now they meet up on a neutral floor. Moving the basketball around, it's the Cowboys. Allen, nice little skip pass to the corner. Allen now catches. She'll take the 3. Good-looking shot straight away. Boy, Mackenzie Allen, 37% three-point shooter. And that makes it 3-2 for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and she was open, Took her time, a nice-looking shot there.
Bringing the ball down, it's Bianca Silva, another scorer, 17.7 assists. Actually, their leading scorer. Driving in the paint, floating up the tough shot is no good. Ball tipped and controlled inside. A good rebound from Emily Ware. Out in transition, it's Ellie Thomas with it. She loses control of it. And now Silva with the basketball in transition for Layton Christian, right to the coast, and lays it up and in for two. Makes it 4-3 in favor.
That ball was
Layton
going around
Christian.
the rim. I thought it was going to come out, but you called it right.
Allen with the basketball. Hand back off up top to Ryan Williams, another junior. Williams catches, skip pass to Mackenzie Allen. She'll go inside the paint. Little shot in the lane for two, no good. Offensive rebound blocked inside. Avery Allred had a shot at it. And out in transition now comes, or not even transition here, just bringing the ball down is Layton Christian. Get it across the timeline. It's Eisen with it. Ball fake, gets it up high to Mia Jones wearing number 25. Jones was a part of that team a year ago. Ball taken away and controlled by Christina Boyle. Boyle with the basketball, just lost it for a second. Almost rolled out of bounds, saved by Silva. Silva gets to the free throw line. Ball fake, trying to find someone, finds Jones, the lefty. Puts it on the floor, ball fake. Now gets it back up top. Layton Christian will reset. 4:53 to go. No fouls called to start this game. The lob inside and cannot finish inside for two, with the offensive rebound to Sabuero. She can't get that one to go. Allen knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay Layton Christian basketball.
Yeah, Cabero really had some good looks. The ball looked like it was going to go rimmed in and out, in and out.
Triggering on the baseline is Jones. Nice feed inside. Can't finish, but the offensive rebound again. Cowboys got to get a defensive rebound here. Jones, three on the way, short, and going out and getting the rebound. A good board from Emily Ware. She averages 6 rebounds a game.
4 shots at the basket, though.
Ball goes down inside. It's Avery Allred for 2, no good, and another rebound comes down inside to Sabuero. Across the timeline, it's Bianca Silva. 17 points, 7 assists. A lot of the offense is going to run through Silva here this afternoon as we transition to the evening time. A straightaway 3. Ball is airballed. It will go back to the Cowboys.
I'll tell you what, Layton Christian has had a lot of looks at the basket, just not able to get it go here. But I'll bet they've doubled the shots at the hoop that Grantsville's had.
Williams gets it in the corner. 3-point shot looks good, well short on the attempt from Ellie Thomas. Here comes Layton Christian.
Just one shot, too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's a good point. Sabuero gets it back over to Silva. Silva comes off the screen, looks to roll. Beautifully done. That is John Stockton to Karl Malone basketball. Bianca Silva inside to Mariana Sabuero. 6-3 now, doubling up early. The Cowboys got to get the ball to Mackenzie Allen. She's your best player. She needs to have the ball in her hands more. Allen now catches on the right side. Gets it back now in the paint. Allen, good look at a 3. It's on the way, a little bit wide. Fighting for the loose ball. It's going to get you a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Cowboys. Good job inside there from Avery Allred.
What the 3-2 zone defense does is it really plays the wings around the foul line, and they're taking away everything high. So your baseline is where you've got your best chances.
Allen with the basketball, swings it back over in the corner to Thomas. Now Allen has it. We'll give it over on the right side. Bailey Louder has checked in. Skip to the corner. And now the drive from Avery Allred. Now in the paint. Turn, shoot, no good inside. And a loose ball chased down by Ellie Thomas. Great hustle.
There's an offensive board.
Mackenzie Allen will reset the offense here for the Cowboys. And now Bailey Louder, the freshman. A lot of freshmen, a lot of juniors in the rotation for these Cowboys and Coach Megan Vera. Skip pass, Allen. Good-looking 3 on the way. No good. Rebound inside again. Allred takes it up with a left hand. Great job, Avery Allred. And again, 3 opportunities on that possession, Rick.
3 chances. And Allred did a nice job of spinning and just rolling that ball in right in the center of the lane.
6-5 our score. Layton Christian with a 1-point lead. Silva, she'll take a deep 3. It's well short. Ball fought for, and the loose ball comes out to Layton Christian and Eisen. Eisen with it, loses it, and now we'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Grantsville. So the Cowboys second jump ball of the night, first sub of the game.
Well, it's going to stay Layton Christian ball.
Excuse me, yes. That does stay Layton Christian, thank you. Grace Edos had a quick run there. Thought about the deep three. They go down in the paint. Tough shot for two, and it's good inside Christina Boyle. She scores 16 points a game, Rick. 52% from the field, 49% from three, 86% at the free throw line.
If she's that open, though, in the center of the lane, she's going to make that most of the time.
Allen gets it over in the corner. Now Mackenzie Allen with it on the right side. Skip pass over inside to the basket. Up and under. Good finish inside. Emily Ware gives you 6 points a night, and she lays one in there. Cuts the lead down to 1.
Getting past the defender, that was a real good move.
Agreed. Good pace to this one after a slow start. It's picked up a little bit here. Silva with the basketball, gets into the paint, goes right to the rim, will draw a foul and shoot two. That'll be the first foul called in this opening half, Rick. Opening quarter.
And the first foul comes with 1:24 to go.
So lead to free throws here for Bianca Silva, who shoots it at 73%. This Layton Christian team shoots 44% from three, 65% at the free throw line, in and out from Silva.
And yet they really struggled. They were fortunate to get past Canyon View.
That's right.
Which honestly was on their home court. I was a little surprised with.
Have you ever been to that gym up at Layton Christian?
Mm-mm.
We broadcasted a game up there last year from. It's on a balcony where you broadcast from. It's a really fun place to do a game. Rebound comes down inside to Avery Allred. She gives you 7 boards a game. Outlet in transition now to Ryan Williams. Williams has it deflected. Loose ball and picked up by Silva. Silva gets it out to Maya Jones. Jones will hesitate with the left hand, give it back up top to Sabuero.
You know, this game feels like Layton Christian's had control of it, but it's a 1-point game.
Yeah. Skip pass out. The drive from Silva. Throws up a wild shot, and it goes. What a shot from Bianca Silva. 10-7 the score. Allen gets it across the timeline. Great control of the ball does Mackenzie Allen. Ball goes high. Checking in for the first time, Zoe Cloward, the junior. Allen with it, skips it back over to Louder. Now in the corner. Thought about the three, 33 seconds left. Allen with it, ball fake. Looks to dribble drive, and Mackenzie Allen spins, and unfortunately, they call a foul on Layton Christian there. I'd like to see this one on the replay. I thought that was either going to be a travel or a foul, and they'd decide to go with the foul here.
I thought it was clearly a foul. Because she was kind of moving as she came into her, and it caused damage. I say that all the time.
You do. That is a Rick Robinson terminology, ladies and gentlemen.
Anytime you cause a travel or a problem, generally you're going to get a call.
Ball comes into Allen. The junior point guard takes a college range three, and that's nothing but the bottom of the net. Mackenzie Allen with her second three, and we're tied at 10 with 20 seconds to go.
Terrific shot right down the barrel.
Shout out to Ryan and Tori Gurr, her aunt and uncle, if they happen to be listening in, down in the Mesa, Arizona area. Silva with the basketball, kicks it back out high. Eisen swings. Good ball movement here early from Layton Christian. And with 1 second to go, Eisen just didn't realize it. Throws up a shot. Great defense from the Cowboys to end the quarter. Tied at 10, Grantsville and Layton Christian girls. We'll be back on Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centricom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centricom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
It's time to supercharge your internet with a true broadband internet plan from Emory Telecom. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Call or click EmoryTelecom.com to supercharge your internet today.
Welcome back on in. Second quarter action, a really evenly played first quarter, Rick. I mean, obviously, and that reflects on the score 10-10.
Yeah, and toward the end of the quarter, Grantsville made more shots, really looked a lot more comfortable.
Mackenzie Allen got going a little bit. Baseline drive and taken away. Good defense from Mine Aiskin. Gets it out, and boy, Mackenzie Allen read that like a defensive back. She's got an opportunity in the lane. Stutter steps, goes up, and they are going to call a travel as she dragged that pivot foot there.
You called that before she even signaled, because I'm like you. I thought she traveled.
She knew it. She knew it the moment it happened.
And when they blew the whistle, I said, yeah, that was traveling.
Silva now brings the ball down, gets it over on the left side. It's caught by Boyles. She takes the three, and rebound comes down to Bailey Louder. And a lazy pass picked off by Silva. Tough pass. Silva goes to the basket. Good defense, though, by Louder to make up for it. And the Cowboys get the basketball back. Avery Allred gets it across the timeline. Will now give it to Mackenzie Allen, and the Cowboys will set their offense up. They go in the corner. Louder puts it on the floor, goes down inside. Cloward with it, just a junior. She does a nice move up and in for two, and the Cowboys have their first lead of the night at 12-10.
Just did a couple bounces, made sure she got close. Just banked it in. That was just simple basketball.
Yeah. Over on the left side, three-point shot, short. Good job defending the three-point line early here for Grantsville. Needing some help, and a timeout called by the Cowboys. We'll just keep it here for this timeout, Rick. Overall, like the pace of these two teams, what they're doing offensively. A couple of the threes maybe haven't fallen for Layton Christian, but most of them have been good looks.
Well, Layton Christian, the one thing they've shown me is they're not scared to shoot a three-point shot. Yeah. Boy, if they get open, and most of their shots have been behind the college line.
That's a good point.
That's the one problem with playing on a college court is you have also the college line, and kids line up behind that.
Yeah, that's super fascinating. The psychological aspect of playing in a gym like this. You also got depth perception to maybe worry about a little bit. So, Cowboy basketball coming out of the timeout. 6:44 to go before halftime. It's 12-10 for Grantsville. Mackenzie Allen brings it down, and you will not see her sit much. She gets it off in the corner. Allen skips it over on the left side. Allred tries to lob in the paint, and off the outstretched fingers, saved. Good save by Emily Ware.
Oh, I thought it was going out of bounds for sure.
Allen, good-looking three. Sets her feet. It's short. Rebound comes down, and now an opportunity in transition for Christina Boyle. Inside, kicks it back out. Wide open three on the way. Sabuero can't hit it. Allen rebounds, and she looks to go. Determination on Mackenzie Allen's face. Has it deflected, and a foul is going to be called on Sabuero.
Icing down underneath for Layton Christian. I don't think she realized how open she was. She spun and went to the basket. So she passed it out, and it was still a good look at a three-point shot.
Ball comes into Allen. 6 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Allen gives it in the corner. Allred will get a great look at a three. It comes up a little short, and the rebound comes down to Christina Boyle. Boyle across the timeline, steps into a three. It's on the way, short. Rebound, good inside again from Allred.
Again, she was behind the college line.
Allred gets it across the timeline. Gives it over on the left side to Ellie Thomas. Ellie gives you 7 points a game. Risky cross-court pass deflected out of bounds, stays with Grantsville.
Tell you, the energy level for both these teams has been really good.
Yeah.
I have liked the way they both have gotten after it.
Thomas gets it to Allen, top of the three-point arc. Now back, trying to get this zone to move a little bit. Give it in the corner. They bounce it to Cloward, back out to Allen. Mackenzie Allen with a good skip pass. Thomas now goes baseline to Allred. She feeds it in the paint, inside to Emily Ware. Loses the basketball, taken away by Silva. Silva out in transition, taken right back by Allred. Avery Allred leads the break. Great bounce pass to Thomas, and a tough foul. Thomas will go to the free throw line. She earned those two and will shoot those two as she shoots a 45% at the free throw line.
Yeah, and girls sometimes will try it. In the girls' game, this is one of the areas I think it's different than the boys' game.
Yes.
Is sometimes they'll push passes from angles you say boys won't do, and the girls, it works for them.
Yeah. Free throw off from Thomas. Now into the game for Grantsville. Miley Bartley. She averages 5 points a game, the junior. She doesn't shoot very many threes. She's only taken 3 on the year, but she's made 2 of them. So that's, my mathematician friend, 67%.
So are you going to say she's a 67% three-point shooter?
Oh, the ball don't lie, does it?
The ball doesn't lie.
Rasheed Wallace used to say that.
I do like that.
Over on the right side, it's Jones back in the game. They go down in the paint, turn, shoot, and miss inside from Sabuero. Rebound comes down to the Cowboys. They still lead it 12-10. No points in this second quarter here for Layton Christian, only 2 for Grantsville. Good energy on the defensive end, as you mentioned, Rick. Thomas with it out of the Big Sky logo.
Still in a 3-2 zone, which is kind of a zone you don't see often.
No. Big corner 3, Avery Allred.
And that's where the 3-2 is the weakest on those baseline threes.
Allred shoots just 28% from 3. Big cash in there. 5-point lead for Grantsville. College range 3 answer, no good. Long rebound comes out. And if you're Grantsville, you just got to go get that. Unfortunately, they end up with it. And now Mackenzie Allen looks to push it. Allen crosses over, gets into the paint. Great feed inside. Shot is off the mark inside from Emily Ware. And a foul going against Grantsville. It'll be Layton Christian basketball. That'll just be the second team foul on the Cowboys.
Yeah, and everybody was going for the ball. They must have felt like there was some advantage underneath there. Really didn't notice it, but
yeah,
we're up here, and they're down right there.
That's right. One of the few things you and I disagree on, Rick. I like being high. You like maybe being a bit lower. Silva comes off the screen. Good hands, but wide open underneath. The spin and the shot by Sabuero. She traveled with it, so ball goes back to the Cowboys.
It's because you've always been higher than me.
You got me by quite a few inches, my friend. I don't know if I'd go as far to say that.
Quality.
Oh, boy.
That's how I look at it.
I've been 5'8" since my 8th grade year. I have not grown an inch since 8th grade, and my dad was the same way, but he's 6 foot. I would have been fine if I quit growing after 6 foot.
They used to call me 6'4", but I'm not 6'4" anymore.
My brother-in-law used to always say he was 6'6". He's 6'4". We know how it goes. Thomas with the basketball. Back to Mackenzie Allen on the left side. Gives it back up to Thomas. Thomas jab step. Now back to Allen. Allen with the basketball. Goes baseline into Allred. Ball is deflected, and Thomas saved it and then just turned it over. And they're going to say over and back, which you don't like if you're Layton Christian. You wanted the fast break opportunity.
Well, he's going to say that the ball came off the foot, because if it came off the foot, but they still stuck with it.
Huh.
If the ball wasn't touched by Grantsville, that was not a backcourt. But it depends on who the foot came off
right.
of. And it must have come off a Grantsville Cowboy.
Silva with the basketball. Gets rid of it over on the right side to Boyle. Checking in for the first time tonight, it's Gracie Edeguari. Ball fake and drive from Ison. Gets to the lane, left-hand finish. Layton Christian, after making some early baskets, has had a tough time finishing inside. Good interior defense from Grantsville. Thomas catches on the right side, goes inside the paint to Ware. Now Thomas gives to Allen. She'll ball fake with it, lob it inside. Little 15-foot shot blocked by Silva. And the rebound ultimately is off of Layton Christian. They had 2 girls fighting for that one, Rick, and unfortunate for them, it goes out of bounds.
And when you say fighting, they were sliding across the court just trying to grab it, and it went out of bounds.
Grantsville basketball. Ellie Thomas to trigger on the side, gets it into Allen. This has been a quick quarter, 2:43 to go, and Layton Christian still doesn't have a point. In their first meeting this year, Layton Christian scored 77 against these Cowboys. Another corner 3. That's Avery Allred. That's her second of the game.
And again, that's where that zone's the weakest. It doesn't mean you can't get a defender there, but they're not positioned to get there.
Yeah. Silva looks to direct the offense. Again, it's 8-0 this quarter. Grantsville's winning it. We got 2:15 to go until halftime. A quick moving half. Silva drives. Stripped. Loose ball, and it will go to the Cowboys. And look at how ecstatic the bench is. One thing I'm a big fan of, Rick, is body language. And I feel like I maybe read it a little too often. But the body language of the Cowboys right now has just been phenomenal.
Yes. And I thought Layton Christian had it early, but they haven't made a shot for a long time. And I think that does play a factor.
Oh, Allred Bounces inside, give and go. Allred, beautiful basketball. She can't quite finish it, though. Jones fights for the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball as Zoe Cloward, who does a great job inside for the Cowboys, forces that jump ball possession arrow to Morgan.
Well, that zone got out of position because it went in the corner. The girl had to go over there. They got a quick pass and give and go. That 3-2 zone right along that baseline again. And I really have been impressed the way Grantsville has attacked it because it's tough to adjust to it if you've not been used to it.
Silva with the basketball, dribbles with her left hand. Great defense by Ellie Thomas out front. The drive, the scoop, and the score. Count the basket. Maybe that'll get them going. Mine Eisken with the finish for 2, and she'll go to the line. Bought 2, will get one for free.
Yeah, Eisken with a great move, and the left hand on that left side of the lane.
She'll get the free throw. She shoots just 41% at the free throw line. She shoots better from 3 than she does the free throw line. Connects there, though. First 3 points of the quarter as Mackenzie Allen catches the inbound now for Grantsville. Across the timeline into Thomas in the corner. Skip pass high. Now in the corner, Allred. Does she have a third in her? She likes that spot. It's in and out. Offensive rebound was had inside. A great crash from Emily Ware, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, you could see the hack in there. It knocked the ball loose.
Ellie Thomas with the basketball on the baseline for the Wildcats. For the Cowboys. I read Wildcat on the baseline where we're here at Weber State. Threw me off for a second. Allen with the ball fake. Gets it back out front to Avery Allred. Now Allen will reset cross-court. Thomas on the left side. Now in the corner. It's caught by Ware. She skips it to Allen. Allen gets a great look at another 3. It's in and out. Offensive rebound. Fought for and controlled by Ware. Takes it up for 2. It's off. Rebound to Mia Jones. And now Silva will control with 1:05 to go in this opening half. Gets it across the timeline. Thomas has done a great job on her in the second quarter. Hand off to Jones. Jones gets it up high. It's Boyle. Pulling it back out. Looks to drive. Crosses over. Guarded tightly by Allen. Now the ball goes to Eisken. Back to Boyle. Boyle loses it off her shoe. Picks it back up. Gives it to Eisken with 40 seconds now. A lot of time coming off the clock here. Eisken drives, kicks to the corner. Silva thought about the 3, throws up the floater and scores it. So suddenly the lid comes off the basket for Layton Christian, and they've scored 5 here in the second period. 18-15 our score. Allred in the corner, gets it back up top to Mackenzie Allen. Now Allred catches. Puts it on the floor, will dribble drive. Great pass into Cloward. Rush the shot, can't finish, gets their own rebound. Allen swings it, great ball movement. Thomas now with it, lobs it inside. Allred, left-hand shot and draws the foul. The ball movement, Rick, of these Cowboys has just been phenomenal.
Oh, it's been fun to watch.
Boy. 2 shots here for Allred. Shot's good. Cowboys with a 19-15 lead, 10 seconds to go. What kind of look do you try to get here in the final 10 seconds, Rick?
Well, I think you want to try and get a shot down low and see if you can get at least some points. Draw a foul or a basket.
10 seconds to go. Silva bringing it up pretty casually here and now decides to go with 4, 3, and a good-looking corner 3 that's short. Allen's got it. Can't get it off, and that will be our first half. Grantsville 20, Layton Christian 15. We'll be back with halftime stats next here on Local 10 Centricom and ETV.
I do.
For our halftime entertainment, please welcome the Grantsville Cheerleaders. And now, welcome the next group from Layton Christian Academy, the cheerleaders.
The slam now, we got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Watch a replay of today's event for free online at KSLSports.com. Agrarian Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association. For more information, visit FUMIC.org. Visit the shirt stop outside of Portal 4 to pick up your state hoodies, t-shirts, and hats. The shirt stop creates and designs the highest quality custom apparel in the state of Utah.
I could not be more happy about that. Yeah. threes.
And we welcome you back in just a minute here before the second half. Rick, let's go over some stats. Really, Rick, the difference has been 3-point shots. Grantsville's made 4 out of 10. Layton Christian 0 for 9. There's your game.
That's right where the game is, because that's where the points. You know, you're in a 5-point game, and that doesn't surprise me. Does that stat surprise you after watching the first half?
Not the way it was played. I am a little surprised. Layton Christian on Max Preps, it says they shoot 44% from 3 on the season.
Well, I'm not necessarily about their overall performance, but after watching the first half, I would have guessed that maybe the 3-point line was the difference.
Oh, I see
That's
what you're saying.
I'm
Yes,
saying.
okay, we're on the same page now. Agreed, 100% agreed. So these two teams met earlier in the season as recently as February 10th. Grantsville won 60-52 at home. The first meeting against Layton Christian in Layton, they scored 77 points on this Grantsville team. They've got 15 at the half here. So adjustments have been made, to say the least.
Yeah, and tournament basketball has got a lot of factors. It's got nerves.
Yeah.
It's got your season riding on it, crowds, big tournament, I mean, big venues. So it just has all the elements to change the way to be not as high scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be Cowboy basketball to start this third quarter. Mackenzie Allen had 6 points, 3 rebounds. How about 10 points, 4 rebounds from Avery Allred, including a pair of threes, and then 6 points for Bianca Silva and 5 for Mine Eskin.
How impressive were the Layton Christian boys team today?
Oh, my goodness. You did that game with our friend Greg Sterner. As you're listening and watching on Centricom Channel 10 and ETV, love the partnership. As Allen gets it over in the corner, ball fake from Allred. She had a great half. Spins out of it, gets it back to Allen. McKenzie drives it, dumps it into Allred inside, loses it, now sends it back out to Thomas. Thomas will drive right to the 10, can't finish, gets her own rebound though, and then can't finish that one. Offensive board to Allred, and she finishes. 3 possessions,
yeah,
Greg.
It's funny, I looked over at you, you were already at 3 fingers
That's
in
right.
the air. You and I were on the same page.
That is right, Rick Robinson. 22-15 our score. Layton Christian has only scored late as a step-back 3-point shot, and that one goes.
And the reason it was a step back is because she was trying to get behind the college line.
Yeah.
That's their first 3-point basket in this game.
Christina Boyle. Boom goes Boyle, and the Layton Christian Eagles on the board in the second half, and Allred lays it up and in. 24-18 our score now.
And you got to like the way Grantsville, if you're a Grantsville fan, the way you've started the second half, you've been into the basket for all 4 shots right inside the lane.
Mia Jones catches. Now up high, it's Boyle. Boyle crosses, gets it back in the corner to Jones. Jones tries to force feed it inside. Still coming up with the basketball was Sabuero. Now driving it is Eskin. Beautiful Euro step finish for 2. 24-20 our score now.
We've, between 2 different defenders, got right to the basket.
Ball goes into the paint to Allred again. She's had her way in there. Drives, can't finish, gets her own rebound. No, it's taken away. What a rebound by Sabuero. She averages 7 rebounds a game. One of the leading rebounders on this team.
Sabuero with a nice job of coming down with that.
Jones catches it over on the right side. Lobs it inside. Post, hook, turn, shoot. Can't finish. Good rebound inside by Emily Ware.
But it was in the lane, just inside the foul line.
Ball goes inside. Turn, shoot, score. Emily Ware with a nice little 8-foot jump shot in the lane, and it's 26-20 now for the Cowboys.
Just when it appeared that maybe Layton Christian had a little momentum, Grantsville comes back with a couple baskets.
Basketball in possession of the Eagles, driving and drawing the foul, putting her shoulder down and going to work with Sabuero. She's a 70% shooter at the line, and she earns 2.
Sabuero had just a step on the defender. Defender trying to push her away from the basket, drew the foul.
Free throw on the way is good. Mariana Sabuero, 11 points, 7 rebounds a game for the junior. Seniors that play a lot on this team, Mine Eiskin, the 7 points and 6 rebounds, and Mia Jones with 10 points, 12 rebounds for a guard. Really impressive from Mia Jones. Grantsville looks to reset. They get it over to Thomas on the left side. Skip pass to Mackenzie Allen. Bounces in the paint to Allred. Allred turns, kicks it out. Thomas. Good-looking corner three. It's a bit long. How about Mackenzie Allen with the reverse scoop off the offensive rebound? She can't get it to go. Allred's got it, and it's stolen. Taken away by Layton Christian. And Allen gets back on Silva. Boyle, step back three. And Boyle does not go boom on that one. Offensive rebound. Jones, and she sticks it up and in for two.
Again, they step back behind the college line to shoot. That's twice we've seen them do that.
Ball goes into Allred. 26-24, a two-point game. Allred spins and traveled with it. Possession back to Layton Christian. Again, Rick, you and I looked at each other and we knew.
It's funny because I thought, that looked like traveling to me. I thought, and then I heard the whistle, looked at you, and you were smiling. Sometimes I don't see him a lot, but I have seen him in this game.
You're not wrong. 26-24 our score. Weber State leading it. We're at Weber State. Grantsville leads it by 2. Eiskin, bounce pass inside to Sobrero. Kicks it back out to Silva. Puts it on the floor. Little floater in the lane, and she gets the teardrop. We're tied at 26.
And what a nice little floater. There was nobody around her, and it just had a soft touch just inside the foul line.
Allen gets it in the corner, driving baseline. Good take inside, and losing the basketball was Emily Ware. Chance for Boyle and this offense to take the lead. Silva's got it out of the Weber State Wildcat ear. Now moves to the Big Sky logo on the left side. Bounces free throw line for Sobrero. Gets it back to Boyle. Boyle has hit a couple shots here in the second half. Eiskin pulls it back out, looks to drive, kicks it over in the corner. Silva thought about a three, instead takes a 15-foot J. It's strong, good box out from Emily Ware, and she comes down with the basketball.
Kind of a frozen rope off that. It just ricocheted off that rim.
Mackenzie Allen throws up a tough left-handed shot. Tried to draw the foul, didn't get enough contact there. Rebound comes down to Sobrero. She comes out. No one's stopping the basketball, and Sobrero's just going to run in, but an offensive foul. How about Zoe Cloward taking the charge?
Yeah, just waiting for it to come. One of my things that I do not like at any level is when players are shooting the ball and they're trying to make it look like they drew a foul.
So you don't like James Harden's what you're saying?
No, I was so happy when the rules changed in the NBA.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, the baby got his bottle, and now he's in Philadelphia. So Thomas bounces inside. It's deflected. Ware now scrambling. We'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Layton Christian. Are you a little surprised with what I had to say about James Harden there?
I did. I was looking at you.
That's a guy I don't mince words for. So, and most people in Utah will agree with me. In fact, a few years ago when it was polled who the least favorite guy in the NBA is, the state of Utah did not have a guy in Kevin Durant, not a guy in LeBron James or Chris Paul. It was James Harden that Utah voted their least favorite.
It's because they had to play Houston
so many times. Laying good in the lead. Now to Layton Christian. The layup for Sobrero. We got ourselves a ball game here at 2:57 in the third.
Oh, and a great move down the lane.
Three-point shot, good-looking shot. It's short, following the shot, and out of bounds. That is going to be Grantsville basketball.
And notice that three-point shot. She was set up just making sure she was behind.
Yeah.
It has been a factor. You may say, why have they missed so many three-point shots? And I think they're a little further out than they're normally
They just changed the call, and now it's going to be Layton Christian basketball.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah. 28-26, Layton. Rick, is this the first lead of the game for Layton Christian?
No, they led in the first quarter.
Okay, I was going to say.
And there's a lot of discussion over there with the coaches.
That is interesting.
From Grantsville.
Drive, ball fake. Oh, what a move. They're going to say a travel, though. Ball goes back to Layton Christian, or to Grantsville, excuse me.
It gave her a step, and so she had an advantage on it.
Mackenzie Allen holds up the fist, running that point guard. Swings it back over. Ware will drive, bounce to Cloward. Kicks it back to Allen, skips it in the corner to Thomas. Thomas cross court to Allred, puts it on the deck, floater, puts it in. How good has Avery Allred been tonight?
Oh, terrific. But did you notice the zone? It's moved to a 2-3 zone.
You're right.
It's no longer a 3-2.
And that's made a difference. That's allowed Layton Christian to come back. Tied at 28 with 2:16 to go here in the third quarter. We'll keep it here. We talked so much about Mackenzie Allen, and rightfully so. She's had a good season. But part of what makes her so great is how she gets her teammates involved. And look at how good Avery Allred's been. She had 10 in the first half, has been in double figures for some time now, has had a big impact on this game.
And you're spot on. When I was talking about the 2-3, it was Layton Christian that adjusted.
Right.
Not Grantsville, but they've moved. And so they've taken away, they're trying to take away that baseline, which opened it up right around the foul line.
And that's affected Grantsville, and a good adjustment there from the Cowboys after game of chess. It's from checkers to chess here in the playoffs.
No question. And, I thought just when you think one team has an advantage, Tanner, the other team makes an adjustment, comes back, and you're thinking, well, they're going to take control. But both teams have had momentum.
Yes. And both these teams obviously have played each other now twice this season. So 1-1 was the record between these two teams, each one on their home floor, now a neutral site game.
And played what's considered one of the tougher regions along with the region that Richfield and Emory and Carbon play in.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Talk about gauntlet of schedules. 2:12 to go here in the third. We're tied at 28. Layton Christian basketball. Boyle crosses over, gets it back up tie to Eiskin. She'll drive, kick it back out. Silva has to go back and get it. And now will reset, pushes her defender away, drives in the paint, floats it for two short. Ball fought for, offensive rebound. Big offensive rebound from Sobrero, and she lays it in.
The ball just went far enough back, and she never brought it down. She kept it high.
Mackenzie Allen coast to coast like butter on toast and lays it up and in for two. We're tied at 30.
And no one cut Allen off. She just kept going to the basket.
She's got great court vision, I tell you what. Layton Christian basketball. It's Sobrero with it. High, gives it back over to Boyle. Boyle guarded tightly by Allen. A good matchup there. Crosses over, comes off the screen, takes the 18-foot jump shot. It's strong. And the rebound comes down to Thomas. I got to say, the Cowboys do such a great job of boxing out and then communicating, I'm going to be the one to go up and get the rebound. You don't see that too often in high school basketball. 30-30 with a minute to go here in the third. Mackenzie Allen will pull it back out. Now Thomas with it. Bounce to Allen. Good-looking three. Kinsey in and out. Rebound fought for, controlled by Silva. Crosses over. Silva now with a 3-on-1 opportunity. Great give and go, and a block shot. They do call the foul late. It definitely got her with the body. That was Zoe Cloward picking up the personal.
Well, I thought Cloward had done a great job of stopping him, and at the last second she came over and then knocked her down.
Clean up top with the block shot, but definitely got her with the body. So it'll be two shots at the line. Sobrero.
That's Eiskin.
Excuse me, Einska. Thank you. She shoots just 41% at the free throw line. Connects on the first, though. Well, that's a good-looking jumper. That number was a little bit surprising to me. 31-30. Checking back in, it's Miley Bartley. Played a little bit there in the first half. She is a junior, 5 points a game off the bench. Now, if she shoots 67% from three, Rick, Zoe Cloward's 1 for 1. So she's batting 1,000, excuse me. Second one drops. I can tell I'm not a baseball
100,
guy.
1,000, it's all the same.
Yeah. Both free throws drop. Layton Christian leads at 32-30. 41 seconds to go here for Mackenzie Allen and the Cowboys trying to tie or take the lead.
In the third quarter here.
Yes, that is correct. Allen holds up a fist, gives it cross court to Bailey Louder. Allen goes down low, inside. Great look and position. Miley Bartley with the KT tape on her right shoulder with a strong finish inside, ties us at 32.
She caught that ball in great position, just spun and laid it in.
Layton Christian basketball with 9 seconds. Silva goes bumped and will get two shots. Great job by Silva to draw the foul. She'll shoot two.
Yeah, it didn't look like she was going to get the angle. But look, she just barely had a step and then got bumped. Because of that step, she was able to draw the foul.
And Silva at the line, a 73% free throw shooter, and you can see why. Beautiful form on her free throws. Lead now 33-32 Grantsville. This has been a fun third quarter, a little more high pace than what we had. Second shot's up and no good, so with 7.7 to go. Tracked down. Allen's got it with 5, with 4, with 3. Now ahead. Left-handed floater at the buzzer is no good by Louder. That will end the third quarter. Layton Christian 33, Grantsville 32. We'll take a quick break and be back with fourth quarter action on Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Oh, Rick, we just need to do games together more often because every time you and I are together for a game, it comes down to the wire.
Well, I just feel fortunate because I'm with you. So I like doing it, all kinds. But you're right, we've been treated some really good games.
Up top, it's Allen. Swings it over on the right side. Now Mackenzie Allen catches high. Swings it back over in the corner. It's caught by Louder. Tough pass, picked off by Mia Jones.
Was it deflected or just
I'm
a bad
not sure.
pass?
I think it might have just not gotten to where she wanted it to go. Layton Christian with a 1-point lead, 7:36 to go in this one. Louder deflects it. Louder really long, especially for a freshman. She's got great length out on the perimeter, bothering Silva. Silva gets it to Boyle. Boyle swings it over to Eiskin. Hand back off to Boyle. Boyle puts it on the floor, drives, floats, scoop, and miss. Rebound fought for. Boyle picks it back up. Trapped along the baseline. Timeout to Layton Christian. And a good timeout there. She was in a tough spot with the basketball.
Well, yeah, if you have timeouts to give, I do like that.
Yes.
But if you've not got many timeouts, and, you know, sometimes I've seen it where they've used their timeouts saving the ball.
It's like in football. I think timeouts are a little more valuable in football.
Yes.
But I don't agree. If you're going to get a delay of game, I'd rather take the 5 yards than risk having a timeout to burn to save clock at the end.
Say that. I agree with you. But nonetheless, that did save a possible turnover. That's what they were trying to do.
And it's a 1-point game, and maybe you do have an extra timeout in your pocket. So Layton Christian basketball on the baseline with 7:13 to go here in the fourth. Been a phenomenal game. Had a great one in the boys before.
Very cleanly played.
Yes.
Not many fouls.
In fact, I think there were 6 fouls called in the first half, 4 called here in the second half. 10 for the whole game. How about that?
I like that.
I do too. Ball comes into Eiskin. She gets it up top to Mia Jones. Ball over on the right side to Silva. Catching it over on the right side is Christina Boyle. Boyle hit a big 3 in the third quarter. Hands back off to Eiskin. She'll drive it. Big, long step. Can't finish. Rebound inside, and they get it to Mackenzie Allen.
Tough angle. Would have been a great shot had it gone in.
Thomas with the basketball. Ellie Thomas gives to Allen. Allen puts it on the floor. Back to Thomas. Picks up her dribble. Long pass again. Coming to get it was Allred. And making winning plays all night's been Allred. She can't finish there. Rebound comes down inside to Christina Boyle.
It looked like as you go in, it just bounced a couple times on the rim, went off on the other side.
Boyle with the basketball, guarded by Allen. Drives, stops, gets it back to Eiskin. Excuse me, that's Sabuero. Now Eiskin catches it high. Telling Sabuero and Boyle to go to the other side. Sabuero turns, shoots, finishes. Big basket for 2. 35-32. Layton Christian by 3 with 6:12 to go.
Well, they're about the same length, and one wears 10 and one wears 11.
Yes, they look very much alike. Similar to ALA. ALA had a lot of kids that only differential was the number. Same with Morgan. Allen, college range 3 for the tie. It's short. And the long rebound goes back to Morgan.
That might even been NBA range. She
that was a long
good
shot.
Step behind the college line.
Damian who? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That guy's got some range.
We do see some ghosts in here of Lillard.
You know, I walked by the team store that's over here on this other side of the stadium, and they've got them for sale in there. The Lillard Weber jersey. The store's not open right now, but kind of cool.
One of the greatest players, not only play here at Weber in the state of Utah.
Yeah. Boyle, step back three. Boyle goes boom again. My goodness. After a cold first half, Christina Boyle has pushed the lead up to 6 for Layton Christian. Allen to the basket. Tough floater, no. Offensive rebound, Allred. She loses the basketball, and a jump ball possession to Layton Christian. Really important defensive possession here for the Cowboys.
Boy, that three-point shot just gave momentum. It looked like Grantsville might get a lay-in. They're going to take a timeout.
Smart timeout.
I think this is a good. Yeah, you and I agree with that.
Yeah. What's being talked about here, Rick, in the Cowboys timeout?
Well, you're just kind of telling them to settle down, and we need a basket. There's still time, no time to panic, but we just need to get a good shot and get a basket.
Absolutely. 5:25 to go. The momentum has shifted. Christina Boyle, 16 points a game, showing it right there with that step-back J.
Momentum shifts in first and second quarters in the first half are not as critical, but when you're in the fourth quarter, now it becomes much more critical.
Absolutely. Coming up next, we'll have Richfield and Union. Joint broadcast there with our friends at ETV. And Mid-Utah Radio, of course. 38-32, so possession arrow, and after the timeout is Layton Christian basketball here. 5:25 to go in the ball game. And that was definitely not a foul. Inside, shot no, offensive rebound. Boy, that roll has been kind to Sobrero tonight. Great offensive sticking with it on the rebound and sticking it back in for 2. Kenzie Allen with the basketball. Thomas, and it's deflected by Silva, stays with Grantsville. Cowboys have had a tough time generating offense in the half court here tonight, Rick, especially in the second half.
Yeah, the 2-3 zone has kind of settled down. Now it's given them up at the top, but they haven't made three-point shots.
Cross again. That pass on that side has not been there all second half. Loose ball. It'll be jump ball, stays with Grantsville, and a big break for the Cowboys to keep possession.
And passing through the center of that zone, you got to go through 2 different defenders, the one in the center of the lane and the one down on the baseline. That's a tough pass.
It is. Absolutely. Allred will trigger this in. 40-32, 4:50 to go. Ball comes in. Over to Cloward. Now Allen has it. Back to Thomas. Allen, ball fakes, looks to drive. Shoot, draws a foul. Mackenzie Allen, 2 big free throws coming up here for the Cowboys. So 2 shots on the way for Allen. She shoots it at 76% from the free throw line, 48 from the field, 37 from 3. Give Layton Christian some credit. They played really great defense on her here tonight, and the first free throw is good for Allen. Substitution, number 23, Grace Edogawari has checked in. Good rebounder for this squad. The junior off the bench, 50% from 3. And now Allen will get one more free throw to cut it to 6, and she connects on both. Big opportunity there to stop the clock and get some points for Grantsville. Silva brings the ball down. Guarded out front by Ellie Thomas. Handoff. Layton Christian. The drive. The shot is no good. The ball is tipped and rebounded from Allred. Allred now leads the break. Gets it out to Thomas. Thomas drives. Left-handed finish. What a play from Ellie Thomas. And finally some transition opportunities for the Cowboys. They've got this lead down to 4. It was 8. They've cut it in half with 4:10 to go here in the fourth. Dribbling it up out high. It's controlled by Silva. Bianca Silva turns the corner, drives, and no call. Let's see. They call an offensive foul.
Well,
that's the second charge that Zoe Cloward's taken tonight.
Well, that was going to make somebody unhappy because the ball went in the hoop.
Oh, boy.
And we were looking on the replay there. Want to thank
Big time.
Barrett for that.
Well,
those are the hardest calls, I think, to make.
I would hate to be the one making them. Grantsville scored 4 straight. The gamble doesn't pay off on the steal. The jumper in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound, Thomas. And it's stolen. What a steal by Eiskin. Eiskin to the basket. And let's see what they call here. A timeout to Layton Christian with 3:34 to go. Interesting timeout there. Thought you maybe had a shot at the basket.
Yeah, they made the lay-in, but there was a timeout.
Well, Rick, we're running back to back to back. You and I. This will be your 4th straight game. This next one with Richfield.
Yeah,
Union.
But I'm not doing. I'm here with you. I'm the color guy, so it's a little different. I would go bananas on some of these shots.
Well, happy to be here with you, Rick. Was excited that it was you and Greg that I got to be up here with. As mentioned, Barrett, part of the dream team up here at Weber State. We got Adam Coombs as well as Dylan Smith from ETV. Cole Wissinger's joined us here on the sideline cams. Great sideline cams, by the way, behind the basket. Love getting the angles from these two. And good showing for this Layton Christian student-ception.
Yeah, and there's a lot, you think of them as a 1A school and then a 2A school. There's a good student section here.
Yeah.
Maybe not as big as Ben Lowman was.
Yeah, well, they're, pretty easy when you're right here in Ogden.
There's no question.
Well, 3:34 to go. Mia Jones will trigger on the baseline.
But they're not missing school to be here.
Right. Especially this late, maybe earlier.
Which is what brings out crowds sometimes.
That's
they get out of school.
Sabuero almost had it knocked away, and now Bianca Silva with it up high. Hand back off to Eiskin. She gets into the free throw line extended area. Picks up her dribble. Allen deflects it, but it ends up in the hands of Boyle. Boyle thought about the step back 3, now swings it over to Silva. Silva guarded tightly by Thomas. Screen comes high. Silva thought about a long 2. Instead gives it to Boyle. Guarded out tight by Mackenzie Allen. And they're content running a little bit of time here. I don't think you got a big enough lead, Rick, to be completely content with just running as much clock as possible.
No, and it's a weave. They put an offensive player at the foul line and have kind of weaved.
This won't be a problem a year from now with the with the shot clock rather. Sabuero guarded tightly out front by Cloward. Puts it on the floor. Gets a step. Good pass to Silva. Silva goes up, under, bank, can't finish. Great rebound inside from Emily Ware. And that's the risk you run of maybe getting a little stagnant. Thomas with it. Goes inside to Ware. Ware turns, shoots. Off the mark, rebound Mia Jones.
Boy, that was a good look, too.
Yes. Got to get a little more pressure if you're Grantsville. Silva with it, guarded by Thomas. Gets it across the timeline over on the right side. Loses the basketball for a second. Now gets it into the arms of Eiskin. Now she's forced to put it on the floor. Grantsville's really got to get out and defend. Eiskin, drive, back to Silva. 2:06 to go. She spins. Gets to the 10, shoots and scores. Monumental basket from Silva. Timeout to Layton Christian.
That was a big, big basket.
My goodness. 42-36. Rick, and the way they're holding on to the basketball, any basket is going to be monumental for them here down the stretch.
Well, with a 6-point lead, there's 3 fouls. I'm not so sure right now you don't want to start fouling to get it where you can put it in a 1-on-1 if you need to be.
Yeah.
When I say maybe not go out and push them, but be very
aggressive,
going for the ball.
That's true, only 3 fouls. Now, Greg and I had a game earlier this year with Manti North Sanpete. That was a huge factor. It was a game North Sanpete won by 3. Manti had to keep fouling late because they hadn't committed enough fouls, and North Sanpete was just able to run it out.
It depends on whether you're ahead or behind on how you want to look at it. And I think now, with under 2 minutes to go, I think you do need to consider creating some fouls if you can't come up with the steal.
Be super, super aggressive. And Mackenzie Allen can do just that. She averages 4 steals a game. See what she can do here for her Cowboys. Down 6 with 1:59 to go.
A 3-point shot makes it a 1-possession game.
That's right.
That's the wild card in this whole
And they were
situation.
4 of 10 in the first half. I don't know that they've gotten one here. After Layton Christian switched to that 2-3, they have not allowed the corner 3-point shot. like they did in the first half. Allen brings it down. Looks to come off a screen. Great crossover. Gets into the paint. Mackenzie Allen just can't finish it right at the rim. And the rebound comes down inside to Sabuero. Got to get up and pressure now.
That was a big, big miss.
Good look. Sabuero gets it across the timeline. She's guarded by Cloward out front. That's Zoe Cloward. And another timeout called here by Layton Christian. He's got to not have very many left. Coach Jeremy Jones. It'll be a 30-second timeout here, Rick. Minute 37 to go. You
five
get
timeouts a game.
I can think of at least 4 that he's called.
And you get 3 30-second timeouts and 2
fulls.
Full. The difference is in the NBA, you get it at half court. In high school, you get it where the ball is when you call the timeout.
I don't think that'll ever be changed in high school. Do you think that'll ever be changed in college, that you can advance the ball?
No.
Okay.
The
I was curious.
NBA is all about showmanship.
Entertainment,
and letting a team never get beat. You know, they're in it till the last.
So it'll be Layton Christian ball. Minute 37 to go. This is the 6-3 matchup. Grantsville comes in as the 3 seed. Layton Christian the 6. These two teams did match up twice earlier in the season with them splitting. Jones trying to get it in, finds Sabuero at the last second, and they're trying to foul here. Grantsville does want to foul and be aggressive. Out front is Ryan Williams trying to be aggressive and get a steal. Crossover out front by Eiskin. And they're going to literally just try to run as much time as possible, and then a foul out front.
Yeah, and you know, they're doing what we suggested, and not that we suggested. The coaches don't need our help, but they were doing what we thought they might do, being very aggressive, and then drew the foul.
Minute 21 to go in this one. And another foul out front on Louder. So that'll be team foul number 5, so you need 2 more before the 1-and-1. Triggering again is Jones, the lefty, gets it in the backcourt to Boyle. Boyle guarded tightly by Allen. Allen being very aggressive defensively. And they get it now over to Eiskin. Eiskin's the one you want to foul percentage-wise, just at 41%. Crosses over, and a foul reaching out was Ryan Williams.
Yeah, had they not called that, she had a good look for a layup. So, honestly, that was a good foul.
Absolutely. Minute 8 to go in this one, and Cowboys needing a stop, and Mackenzie Allen gets one with the steal, lays it up and in for 2, so 42-38 with a minute and 1 second remaining. Mia Jones gets it to Silva. Silva now with the basketball, has a lane, gets it up ahead to Eiskin, who now pulls it back out. Got a foul, or at least trap or something to some extent. Eiskin with it, and it will just go to the basket, kick it back out, and a time, let's see. Oh, they call the foul. Okay, I see. They do call the foul. So 1-and-1. 44.9 to go. So it'll be 1-and-1.
Now these are big foul shots.
Yeah.
Because they still have a shot if they miss foul shots.
It's 1-and-1, too.
1-and-1.
So this is significant here. Checking back in is Emily Ware. So 1-and-1 here. Is this Eiskin at the line or is this Sabuero? It is Eiskin. 41%. She's been pretty darn good tonight, though, at the line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Layton Christian sends their girls back, and she's long. Ball comes to Allen with 43 seconds left. Cowboys still breathing. Down by 4. Allen with the basketball high. Gives it over on the right side to Ellie Thomas. Now Allen. Thomas. 3. On the way. It's well short. Offensive rebound. Caught and saved. Allen. 3. On the way. Strong. Offensive rebound. No. Rebound comes down to Silva with 23 seconds left, and you got a foul, and Louder does.
Now, if you're Layton Christian, I would not let them get shots off.
No.
I would foul them. You only have 3 fouls.
Yeah, this is the same situation that we saw at the end of Morgan Juan Diego in the boys' side of the bracket. So now a front end of a 1-and-1 for Silva, who shoots it at 73%. First shot's up and in. Lead back to 5. Makes it a lot more difficult now. Gets one more here, and the Eagles will be looking to play in the semis tomorrow. Second shot's up, and no good. Ball goes to Allen, and timeout to Grantsville, 20.4 to go.
Still only a 2-possession game.
That's
it
right.
was before she shot. There is some hope, but Grantsville now is going to have to make a 3-point shot.
43-38, 20.4 to go. Well, Rick, what do you do if you're the Cowboys here? Do you just get the best available shot at this point with it still being a 2-possession game?
I think you do. What do you think?
I'd agree. If you got the quickest available good shot.
Go to the basket, try and draw a 2-and-1.
Yeah. Buy 2, get 1 for free.
And if you don't get the 2-and-1, then you're going to have to foul anyway, and you're still in a 1-and-1 situation.
Yep. Fascinating finish to this one. Grantsville looked like they were in control. It was 20-15 at the half. 43-38 our current score here with 20.4 to go. Really fascinated to see how this one shakes out.
When Layton Christian took the lead, though, it changed. The
it
game,
did.
Layton Christian just seemed to control the game since then.
You're absolutely right. 5-point lead for the Eagles. They're on defense. Grantsville basketball. They'll inbound near the big sky mark. And Mackenzie Allen catches it with 20 seconds. Allen on the right side. Looks to cross over, just running out of time. Cross-court pass. It's caught by Louder. Gives in the corner to Thomas. Shoots the corner 3. It's short. Offensive rebound and a foul now with 8.2 to go. So it'll be an opportunity for 2 at the line here. I believe this is going to be Louder going to the free throw line. The freshman who shoots 54%. This will be 2 shots.
Well, there's still time if she can make both.
She's got to make both.
Got to make both of them.
1 timeout left, I believe, for Layton Christian. Louder, up, and good. Connects on the first. 43-39.
There's just a little bit of life here.
Just enough to make you go, 1 more for Louder. This will cut it to a 3-point game. Up and good. Timeout, Layton Christian. This should be their final timeout, if I remember correctly. We don't have a board that gives the timeout numbers.
And that's not all bad for Grantsville because they call timeout. Grantsville now can set up with what they want to do. You're going to be very, very aggressive. If you don't get the steal, you got to foul.
Yep.
And if you get the foul while you're trying to steal it, it's not all bad.
This is the first matchup for us in this girls' quarterfinal matchup. We'll have Richfield and Union coming up next. Union kind of turned it on late. They went 7-1 in region play and was the 10 seed. Got the upset win to get to Weber State.
And a very traditional, strong girls basketball program.
Yes. And good at volleyball. A lot of good girls sports up there in Roosevelt. Absolutely. Going to be interesting to see what is done out of this timeout, Rick. I'm fascinated by this. 1-possession game. It's Layton Christian ball. 8.2 to go.
Well, we'll definitely see full court pressure.
Yes. Do you like the long pass in this situation?
No.
You like to play it safe?
Well, if it goes the length of the court and you don't get it, they get the ball
That's
right
right.
in the basket.
Mia Jones will trigger. They go spread. Trying to get it in. Jones is having a tough time with it. She goes long, and Sobrero loses the basketball, and it's picked up with 5 seconds left. Throwing it deep down court and then taken back, and Layton Christian has won the ball game. What a win for the Eagles. A tough, heartbreaking loss for the Cowboys. Nearly coming up with the turnover there. Your final score, Layton Christian 43, Grantsville 40. Helter-skelter finish. And a tough break for the Cowboys. The good news, if you're Grantsville, all underclassmen, they will all be back a year from now.
Yeah, no question about that. You do see a lot more of that in girls basketball generally than boys.
Yeah.
And sometimes girls that are really, really good when they're young, sometimes they change different as they get older. But you do tend to see a lot more youth in it.
Yeah.
I think all these teams have quite a bit of youth.
Wildcats and Cougars coming up next. And no, it's not the University of Arizona against BYU. It's Richfield and Union coming up. the 6th seed advances. As the 6th seed nearly advanced this morning, Rick, in what was also a one-possession game. We've had some great games here. The majority of these have been fairly, 3 of the 5 games have been really close.
And Layton Christian could have fouled there at the end. They had so many fouls to give. They just could have fouled any time they wanted. Chose not to do that. But that would have made it so there was very little chance for Grantsville to even get a shot.
Yep. Absolutely fascinating. Well, Brad James is going to be getting us our stats here, and we'll likely jump into a pregame show here somewhat quickly.
I'm going to take a break. I'll let
Please
you finish
do.
this up. Okay?
Please do. Yeah, that's your final. Layton Christian beats Grantsville 43-40 in what was a wild and phenomenal finish between these two schools. Both the girls and boys advancing to the next day of playoffs. So, you know what? We're going to just wrap this one up right now. We'll take a quick break before we bring you back. We'll be joining with the radio as well as ETV and the folks at. I believe there's another one we're joining with. It's escaping my mind now, but we'll be hooking up with the folks from Roosevelt. V6 Media, thank you. Glad I can read hands. Barrett just mentioned the V6. So Brad just got me the stats. I'll just do these real quick. 12 points for Sabuero and Silva, 9 from Eiskin, 8 from Boyle, 12 from Mackenzie Allen, 16 from Avery Allred for the Cowboys. Your final, Layton Christian wins 43-40 over Grantsville. We'll be back with 3A coverage continuing next on Centricom and ETV.